on DeviantArt. I think it's live now. Okay, yeah. I think I got it going. It's on DeviantArt. It's on Twitter if you want to go check. You should, if you can, keep a thing of it up in the corner, just to make sure that if my face pops up again, that doesn't happen. Because I would prefer if my face didn't pop up, even if I am well lit this time. You just don't look good on camera. I'm not photogenic, I don't think. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna be drawing. I
also want to be eating Andy's mints.
Okay, you can eat Andy's mints. I don't imagine anybody's going to come watch, but I'll dialogue a little bit, I guess. So what I'm drawing is this sexy lady on a couch, as you can probably see. It's a commission for Classic Dave on DeviantArt, and I've been really bad and have not drawn it as quickly as I should have. I feel very guilty about that. But we got Minecraft for Valentine's Day, and I might be a little bit addicted to it. We might have played it for, like, how many hours did we play it?
Like 12.
Like 12 hours
straight.
12 hours of Minecraft. Yeah. So that's that. So I guess if anybody does watch this who is an arty type person, the program I'm using is called Mischief. And it's a pretty cool program. There's there's like one really neat video that I posted on Tumblr for it. What's cool about it is that it's vector-based drawing, but still with like the feel of pixel drawing. So you don't have to, if you've ever drawn an Illustrator with vectors, then you know that it's not nearly as easy or enjoyable as drawn with well, I wouldn't say drawing with a mouse is enjoyable. That's kind of like pulling teeth, but like with a tablet or a pencil, which is what I prefer, pencils. Things that feel like real drawing are best. And this definitely does feel like that, but has those nice smooth vectory lines. And like I can zoom so far in and it doesn't get pixels, it just gets really soft and fuzzy, I guess.
I noticed it got a little laggy once you try to zoom in crazy much.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Well, I probably won't zoom in crazy much again. I'm just gonna won't be crazy with the zoom. Although, I guess the other thing I noticed though is that I have a really hard time making smooth lines in this. It might just be me though, because I kind of scribble whenever I draw. Best art, scribble art. Yeah. So Mischief, it's a pretty good program. It's really cheap too. It's $25, which is much cheaper than Photoshop. Although I really wish it had Photoshop's hotkeys and like tablet functionality.
Have you checked to see if the hotkeys are customizable?
I have not, which could solve a lot of my problems. Okay, oh, well, I can't remember what hotkeys I was. I'm mainly just upset that I can't. Oh, it was the zoom. They've got this little zoom tool up here that you like kind of have to use. I don't know if maybe I just have to set the preferences to get it to command plus and minus, or my clicker button on my tablet pencil thing. But you also have to use this gripper for moving around, which I'm not a fan of. I like to just click and drag with my mouse.
You can hold down space, and that turns your mouse into the pan tool.
Oh.
And then if you hit Z, it turns into the zoom tool.
Okay. That's a little bit easier. Did you just Google that, or did you find it out while you were playing with it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a little bit easier. I still would like to not, because I have to cradle my tablet like this.
I really liked that, sir.
Yeah.
But I should probably lose that.
Probably.
I like that though.
Taylor's making a little graphic for his gaming. I don't know. You talk about it. It's hard for me to talk and draw. I guess you don't have to, but you should, because I feel bad if anybody's actually watching this. Maybe Greg will show up. He always pops in when I'm not paying attention.
Nova Siri Flame Dancer says, hi.
Oh, hey, I know you. You're from TV and Art. Hello. That's cool that you showed up. Yay. Well, hopefully I'm not too boring. And this shouldn't be too long. Like, seriously, I've got, okay, so I'm just going to talk about Minecraft because I've kind of been thinking about it a little bit all day, among other things. Our LAN server that we're playing on is, we're islanders. It just spawned us in like a bunch of islands, and there's this one island that is currently just like a crescent shape of sand. And it was our spawn point for a really long time, and it was really horrible because there were no resources you could gather off of it. Like no trees, no dirt really even. It was pretty much just sand, and if you spawned at night, there'd always be horrible monsters that would murder the poop out of you. But now that we are not sucking so bad at Minecraft, now that I'm not dying every like 30 minutes like I was.
You're really going hardcore Monster Hunter.
I was. I really wanted to punch all of the monsters in the face with lily pads because that was pretty much the only thing I had to punch the monsters in the face with.
Which I don't think actually makes a difference. I feel that still counts as unarmed.
Well, I feel better about myself if I use a weapon. I don't know. But anyway, now that we've got like legitimate weapons and I've learned how to make a boat, which is really useful for island hopping, like swimming is not at all practical in Minecraft or fun. I have decided that I'm going to take all the dirt that we've siphoned off from our main place and just kind of like fill out that island, plant some trees on it, make it real nice. That eye is horrible. Yeah. Oh no, I'm on the wrong layer. Whatever. That's okay, so that's another thing functionally about Mischief as well. It's very nice. Actually, this doesn't have anything to do with layers. I don't know why I prefaced it with that. This has to do with the lasso tool, which is a thing that I really like in Photoshop. But this, all it has is the square marquee, which it doesn't even show you that it's activated. You just kind of draw it, and at least, oh, well, what is this? Dang. You know, I can't even. You have to use the dumb square marquee to do anything like that. I'm just gonna. Well, let me make sure. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. Good. Still not my face. I'm gonna be really paranoid about that. So there's the last stream I did. No, that's too thick. Last stream I did. I played Oregon Trail. And it ended up being my face for like 5 minutes, and I felt really bad, and then I deleted it because while Oregon Trail was fun, and I probably talked about some cool things, I don't really remember. I just didn't want my face that much on the internet. Man, eyeballs. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna come back to the eyeball later. Go back to using this little brushy. I do really like the light brush they've got here, and it's got kind of a neat system where you can slide it and make different things, different feels, but it doesn't really have a whole lot of different brushes. But the customizability, like I'd really like a slider system like what's over there in Photoshop. So like that is definitely a big plus. I haven't looked too closely into if there are more brushes you can find anyway. So there could very well be a whole bunch of brushes out there that are great for this program. Oh my gosh, eyeballs. Doo-doo. better eyeball. It's still not great though.
YouTube says that there are 4 watching now.
Oh,
I'm
there's
assuming that includes at least
watching.
me.
4 watching. Oh, so 3 people that aren't Taylor. Yay! Unless I might have it open on a different tab. I don't actually know. Which would be kind of depressing. But yeah, if you're watching, thank you for coming. Oh gosh, I drew another wrong layer again. Oh. So Mischief's got a free version too. The free version does not have all the layers though, so would not probably recommend that, because as I've learned in my very short stint of drawing digitally, layers are hella important. They're probably like the most important. I sometimes now find myself wishing that paper had layers to draw on. Oh, yeah, I'm drawing wrong. Am I drawing wrong? No, that's fine. Okay. I'm just gonna label these. Oh shit, that eye is in there. No. Oh God. I'm really sorry. I'm not a professional at all, even though I try to be. Oh geez, can I merge these? Apparently, oh no, yeah, with this, yes, that's how you do it. I'll just take this opacity down, then I'll redraw it on here. Probably because I'm talking. That's probably why I'm messing up, not because I'm really bad. Okay, eyeball. Let's try this again. I was thinking in the future that if I do more of the streams, that I'll have something interesting for people to listen to aside from me just trying to talk, because I don't think I can do it, and I feel bad having any silence at all, because that's not very interesting, and I feel bad, but I'm watching people draw is sometimes hard, I guess. Like, it's really slow going, so you have to have kind of a lot of patience to be able to watch somebody draw.
Edlin dear is
here.
Oh, hello there.
Oh yes, I know you too. You're a Thrilling Intent person. Yay! Hello. Welcome. Yes, friends. Hello.
Nova Siri says, never knew you could use YouTube to stream. They use Hitbox.
Yeah, I didn't know either, but speaking of Thrilling Intent, they did their streams on here. I had tried using live stream, and I got really confused because there's like 2 live streams, and they always got super janky on my computer when I tried to do it. But that was also on my old computer. This is my new fancy brand new computer, so it probably would be okay. But I have a YouTube account for my design stuff that I had to do for school, which you should go watch. There's like, well, okay, the cute animation that is actually popular, I just did on my own for funsies, the Claudia ripping your skin off.
Yeah.
But if you want to see some animated type, just take yourself on over to my my video gallery, or you can watch all the fun music videos I collect. I really like collecting fun music videos, because I really like music, and also the videos that go with the music. Gosh, hope. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to do the streaming on YouTube after I found out that you could do it, because I feel like I should get some more mileage out of the account. I feel a little bit guilty. I don't know. That's a weird kind of guilt. Like, I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm not producing any content. I feel bad too, because I had a subscriber that was somebody I follow on Tumblr, who was also kind of like an animator artist. She's an intern for Frederator, or she was. She's pretty cool. You should check her out. Her name is Charisse. Oh shoot, what is her name? I don't know. Maybe I'll post a link to her in the description. But she was following me on here, and I felt really bad because, like, I don't ever YouTube. I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm just kind of a lurk on YouTube and listen to music person. And yeah. Yeah, let's take a zoom out and see how. Gosh, I really don't like this sketch. Your head is so big. It's such a big head, Valerie. That's this. So this is classic Dave's OC, Valerie. He asked me to do a picture of her laying on a couch in her undies. And originally he said blue undies, which gave me a fantastic idea of some blue polka dotted underwear. But then he changed his comment and it didn't say that anymore. But I confirmed with him that I can design whatever kind of underwear I want. So I'm going to. Oh, the freedom to design adorable blue polka dotted panties like I wanted to. That's what I'm doing, by the way. It's gonna be blue and it's gonna be polka dotted. Okay, let's just try to put this pupil right. I think I got sidetracked. Oh, yeah, so me just talking to myself. I was gonna hopefully in the future maybe make Taylor, who is my my boyfriend, fiance, gonna marry him at some point. Person.
We'll get around to it.
We'll get around to it. It's only been 9 years of together, and I don't know how long the engagement has been, like 2 or 3 at least.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of having him like read a book or something. Like we're reading Arabian Nights right now, which is pretty hilarious actually. Like as far as classic literature goes, that is full of sexism. It's pretty hilarious. But I think it's also in the public domain, so I don't think YouTube can get angry at us if we.
It is in the public domain.
Yeah, it's in the public domain, so YouTube can't get mad. There's no publishing rights, I don't think, and do they have I guess, did you look to see if they had versions of it on LibriVox?
I believe there is. It might be the Burton version.
Oh,
Sir
okay.
Richard Burton version, which I would rather not listen to. I don't know.
You should talk about the versions because I don't remember, and I doubt the 4 people watching know anything about it. Or maybe they do. Maybe one of you is like an expert on Arabian Nights. I think I'm dumb. Anyway, tell us about the Burton version.
So pretty much the Tale of the Arabian Nights, or the 1001 Arabian Nights, or what have you, is a collection of cultural stories from a huge area, everything from India to Egypt, huge portion of the Middle East, just a wide swath of areas, and they've been collecting stories. I think the earliest dated stories are from the 600s or 700s. And it's just this rolling compendium of stories that when it finally started getting translated into English in the 1700s, Westerners were very completionist, and they wanted the whole version. They were like, this is called 1000 Nights, so we need the version.
We need 1000 of them.
Exactly, yeah, that's exactly
Which is why, like, no, ours isn't the Burton version, but is that, do you think that's why it's broken up into so many?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's why it's because I think all in all, ours has like 200 to 300 nights.
Okay.
That it actually lists.
Anyway. Sorry.
But so there's a lot of things where European translators, specifically Sir Richard Burton, who was the first translator on it, sought out as many different versions, or as many different tales and stories that could be kind of related maybe to the Arabian Nights, so he could assemble this complete version that didn't actually exist. And so there became 2 traditions of the collection. The Egyptian tradition, I believe. Yeah?
Aha,
yeah.
Making you talk about a thing.
Yeah, the Egyptian tradition was the one that started being assembled for the purpose of being complete, and it ended up being also it's essentially the Hollywood version in that it's way sexier, way violent, way more violent.
Sexy violence.
Yeah, there's just gratuitous nonsense. They were just chock full to be engaging for the modern audience, which is funny considering it was 300 to 400 years ago that this was happening.
Modern audience. Modernity.
And interestingly enough, the first appearance, the first time Aladdin was ever, the story of Aladdin, the 40 Thieves, and all of that was ever written and recorded was in the first French translation. Apparently the translator, who I forget his name, like heard it from some guy, like heard it from a Syrian storyteller. He was like, yeah, somebody told me the story, it's pretty good, but there's no record of it existing before that. So he pretty much, like, the belief is that he pretty much invented the story of Aladdin in the 1700s, making it the most recent and the less relevant story from the Arabian Nights, which is funny because that's
the one that we know.
Yep. So probably shouldn't eat gummies while I talk.
No, whatever. They don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna probably have another Andy's Mint while I'm doing this, but yeah. Because Andy's Mint's delicious.
I actually talk while I eat gummies.
Oh, well then you probably shouldn't do that then.
Yeah. Yeah, and so there's the Egyptian tradition, which is kind of that, and the Syrian tradition, which is just kind of like, no, these are the stories. This is how many there are. Don't add more. Don't collect random stuff and just kind of like peg it on. And it's considered like neither of them.
Stop smacking my foot with your.
Neither of them are more or less correct or right, because there's that big debate over which is the
real one.
The real version, but there's like no real version.
Yeah. But sorry, we're reading the Syrian one. Is what we're. Tell me about chat because I can't read it.
Okay, so I posted that because I realized that sometimes people watch streams muted.
Oh.
Because a lot of artists will just play music and
do they?
not talk.
That's boring.
Yeah, like if you're doing something else, you'll just like have it just like in the background you're watching, and realize like that we're exclusively talking and not engaging in chat. So I should probably be like,
what the hell?
So hello, Nova Siri. We've been talking about the history of Arabian Nights, and the program that Mariah is using is Mischief.
Mischief, which is if you're listening,
yeah,
it's pretty good. I had some critiques on it, but it's overall fairly good. I would recommend. They've got a full version trial that's 25 days long, which I'm still using currently. I will probably buy it. It's only $25. Oh wait, no, it's 15-day trial, not 25-day trial.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would check it out. It's vector based, and I talked about earlier how sexy vectors are. They're hella sexy. Oh, Taylor is chatting. Tell me.
Nova Siri says a lot of people do that for her. She usually just plays music. Or
yeah, I don't know how the laws of YouTube work with music playing, like if I'm allowed to.
I guess I shouldn't say she. I don't know.
I don't know what, actually. Yeah. I don't know.
Nova Siri, what pronouns do you prefer?
What pronouns would you like us to call you?
Oh yeah. Nova Siri uses Pink Tool Sai.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty popular one.
Yeah, I think the reason I'm not is because it's not for Mac. There's a reason I'm not using it, even though I really want to some of the time. I don't know. I get weird about using new programs, but this one's been a good experience. Not like Sketchbook. That was not a good experience.
No.
It was a bad time.
That's what happens when you get free just add-on bundle software.
Well, I don't even know because I thought that one we were supposed to get the pro version, which is like the real one, but I don't ever know if it ever like updated it. I think I always just had the free version, which is really butts. It's real butts. It only has like 8 layers. You only can have like eight layers to draw on, which is not enough layers for drawing on. Oh, hair, what are you doing? You need to be more voluptuous. Doo-doo-doo. I see hear you tippity typing. I actually that was really fun. Probably should just left that because hair is not always that balance between drawing hair realistically and beautifully. Beautiful hair is rarely realistic hair. What's going on here? Tell me what's happening in the chat. Also,
the audio was cutting out a little bit, so.
Oh, okay. I don't really know how to fix that.
It may also be from me, just
Oh.
because I'm kind of coming out at a weird angle.
Oh, yeah. I guess you could like scoodle, or I could scoodle. Here, I'll come scoodle a little bit next to you.
Okay.
Oh,
accommodate.
Okay.
Also, I have no idea what I'm doing with this collage-y thing.
I don't know either. I thought you were just gonna take the letters and make a word.
Yeah, but I don't know which letters I prefer. I got like 14. I have 16 P's.
Oh Jesus! I'll have to help. I'll help you with that later, but I can't really look right now. Did you finish your story about Arabian Nights?
I didn't finish my story about
Arabian Nights.
So Novasir's coming in partway through, though. I don't know if anybody else is.
Whatever. It's for posterity. People can watch it later. Maybe I'll get real followers on YouTube. Wouldn't that be weird?
No,
I don't think it's
a
gonna
real
happen.
follower.
You know, yeah. I mean, like subscribers. Like I don't know what I mean. I'm sorry. I put my foot in my mouth. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the condensed version of what we were talking about, which I suppose if you want to listen to the long version, you go back and rewatch stuff.
The condensed version is that Europeans made Arabian Nights more sexy than it was supposed to be. They added Aladdin.
Kind of. It was technically the Egyptians who did it.
Okay, the Egyptians.
For the Europeans.
Yeah, there was a French guy involved.
Yeah, there was a French guy involved. But when I was talking about, since she accidentally started combining layers because she was talking while drawing,
that in the future I would like it if maybe Taylor read to me and us, and we will have story time with Taylor reading in the future.
Currently we're reading Arabian Nights, so I was kind of talking about Arabian Nights and the history thereof because it's pretty interesting. The short version is there's 2 different traditions of how the stories are collected, because the stories have been created since I think the earliest dated stories are from the 7th century and are from a huge swath of geographic land, from India to Egypt and like North Africa and all of the Middle East and up and down and left and right. And so there's a tradition that came along, mainly European, but it's called the Egyptian tradition because the Egyptians were kind of the main culprits of it, that heard the name 1,000 Arabian Nights or 1,001 Arabian Nights. There's got to be 1,001 nights, right? And so they went out and try to collect as many stories as they possibly could and jam them into what they would believe is the complete edition. But there is no complete edition. There's not actually 1,001 nights. But the European and the Western mindset was like, we need the complete full edition. And so that's kind of what happened. It also got really over-sexualized and over-violent, which is pretty crazy thinking about, because we're reading the Syrian tradition, which is the pared down version. It's a simpler tradition, and it's translated in the version that we have is a modern translation by an Arabian scholar from a previous Arabian scholar. So it's supposed to be, it's the Hadawi version. What is his first name?
I don't know.
Something Hadaway.
You could go get the book out of the bedroom, I guess.
Probably, but then I think it up.
Then you would have to get up.
And it's already pretty crazy sexualized and
so sexualized.
Like so much boning occurs.
Much boning.
Lots of just terrible violence. People getting, somebody got their arms and legs ripped off at one point, I think.
Which story was that?
I
mean, all the dervishes got their eye gouged out.
Yeah,
so.
Through increasingly clever means.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So the story was the Egyptian version is the one that Sir Richard Burton, Richard Francis Burton, translated into English, and that's by far the most common version. But that's also the less faithful to the original collection version. I don't know. Anyway, yep. So a little bit of history on the Arabian Nights.
A little bit of history. The more you know. Reading Rainbow. You know. Oh, geez. Okay, so the one thing that I don't know if it's like real or if it's just me psyching myself out, but I feel like I can't draw like lines as straight in this program. Like I need to change my nib really bad. I don't know if that's maybe the problem. I just need to change my nib really bad. It's gonna disappear inside of my stylus if I'm not careful. I don't know if that's a thing that can happen.
I think you can pull them out.
Yeah, I would hope. Would hope you could pull them out. Anyway, oh, a thing about Mischief. I do have Photoshop. Photoshop is normally what I would go to, but I'm still kind of like playing around with this program. I've found that it's not very good because it has a limited like brush set. It's not very good for like shading or the high level coloring. Like it's fine for lining and doing the flats. And like I did the lining and the flats for that the Kier Indian fan art I just did. I used this program to draw the lines and do the flat colors. But then I put in Photoshop to do all the awesome shades. So yeah, that's my take on it. I don't know if I feel like I would like the other thing about this too is that like you don't have a canvas because it's like an infinite scroll. I can just scroll it forever until she's gone and keep going, and then I could draw a thing here and go back in and she'd still be in there. Like,
oh, I was actually thinking about that. Is there a way to find where drawings are on a canvas? Because what happens if you zoom crazy far out and then you lose it?
That's the thing. I don't know. I don't think so. Like the way that how you save them to be actual files is you export a section of the drawing. Like
you pretty much just make a box around it and say
export section. Okay, so yeah, you have to select it with the rectangle tool. But once you select like that section, you can export it, and you can export it to like whatever size, whatever resolution you want. Like, which is the magic of vectors. It's why they're the sexiest thing. I'm just gonna keep saying it because it's the truth. But yeah, that's Mischief's main kind of shtick, I guess, is that it's way too big. So that it's
I think that's one of the weird things that happens when you're zooming in and out. But since point size isn't really a thing, the size of the brushes are all relative.
Yeah, and you can change it so that it scales with you or that it doesn't. And I wound up in a lot of trouble when I was doing the Kyrenian picture because a lot of my lines, like you'll notice if you go look at it, a lot of my lines are not the same width or like a good width compared to each other, and that's because of the scaling weirdness, like the zooming in, zooming out. My brush didn't change sizes, but I was still inking the same like lines that should be the same as each other, but then they weren't. So I changed the setting, and now I don't think it does that. I think I fixed it. I don't know, bro.
No, Siri says that straight lines are annoying to work on, and they took a break from sketching to watch streams for a while because they were sketching.
I see.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, straight lines are super dumb. That's why I don't know. I'm okay at drawing straight lines, sort of, in real life when I'm not on the tablet. The tablet's hard for me. I mean, I'm a traditional artist first, but I realize that the computer is the way of the future. It's good to be versed in both ways to do it. And I think knowing one it's definitely advantageous to knowing, like, to working on the other one. Like, because color theory is the same no matter what. How to move your hand is more or less the same way no matter what, even though it's really frustrating that I have to use like a separate apparatus to put my lines down when I just want to touch it with my fingers and that pencil in my hand and not have to be looking at the screen and trying to draw on the tablet. That was the hardest part, I think, when I first got it. When did you get me the tablet? Was that last year? No. Yeah? Was that last year?
Yeah, it was last year during the summer?
During
Fall,
the winter? It was cold, but we lived in a subterranean basement.
Yeah, that apartment was always cold.
It was always cold.
I remember that I assigned a numerical value to all gift-giving holiday dates, including back to school, and averaged them out, and it ended up being pretty much the same day that I got it, and used that as the excuse after.
Okay.
But I don't remember what time of year that was. Oh, yes, Mariah is using a tablet now. It's the Wacom
Bamboo
Touch
Splash? No, I don't know. I don't know. It's not the one that came with Art Rage. Like, you could get ones that came with Art Rage, or you could get the one that came with Sketchbook Express, and we got that one, which I think Taylor's looking up what it is now. I don't know, it's like, when it gives out, then I'll probably, ideally, one day, my dream would be to have like one of those really big, giant touchscreen computers that I can just draw straight onto. Because I just want to draw straight on the screen. That would be perfect. Or like, isn't the Cintiq? Yeah, I always want to say Sync because it looks like that, but Cintiq, I think, is like that, right? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
I think so. I just got the screen on it. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe so.
Well, that picture is of a guy drawn on his computer. So
yeah.
Cintiq. Yeah.
I don't actually know how to. I think just Wacom's business model is to use words that people don't really know how to pronounce intuitively.
Oh wait, the Cintiq is made by Wacom too.
Yeah.
Wacom. I don't know how you.
Wacom.
Wacom.
Well, because the WA is short for Washington.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's like Washington Communication, or like Washington something. Yeah.
Not smarty tonight. Oh, I drew longer than I meant to. That's okay. I'll go till 9, so we'll do 15 more minutes, and then we're gonna mine. Are you ready to mine? Oh my gosh. I am.
I suppose if you missed also the audio at the beginning of the thing, we got Minecraft
for Valentine's Day
yesterday, and so we were rocking a LAN server for like 12 straight hours yesterday.
Yep.
Because Minecraft.
It's Minecraft. It's so fun. I didn't realize I would like it as much as I do. It's probably not good that I like it this much. I don't need another. Like, I'm already addicted to Sims 3. Like, it's crack or something, and that's not good. I got a comic I need to draw. I've got too much. I got commissions now some of the time. I don't know. Classic Dave is a guy, and he's pretty cool in that he asks me to draw things for him some of the time and gives me the DeviantArt points, which I will probably use to refill my premium membership so I can keep posting polls, because that's really all I use it for, is just the poll function. I really like to be able to post dumb polls. But yeah, I should be more professional and finish my work first before I play games for a million years. But that might not be what happens. But yeah, so if you enjoyed watching the stream, then I will do more of them. It's cool that so many people came. Maybe I'll play Oregon Trail again. I don't know. We'll see. I feel so bad at my defeat at the last leg of the journey. But now I know that you can't land your boat on the shore, or you can't touch the shore with your boat too early.
No, but Siri says they started playing Minecraft when it was an alpha and got bored of it and plays Starbound now.
Oh.
I definitely agree with you. I started Minecraft when it was in alpha, played it for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that. And it was not very good back then.
And I was really underwhelmed.
Yeah.
And the game that what it is now is just leaps and bounds beyond what it was then. Crazy, crazy stuff. Everybody will talk about how great it is, but nobody will tell you how hard it starts out as. It starts out really hard.
Taylor
Nobody
was so
tells you that.
He was like, "This is supposed to be fun and easy. Why do we keep dying? Why am I dead?"
I'm looking up Starbound now.
Tell me about Starbound.
It looks neat.
It looks very Minecraft-y.
About?
But with better furniture.
Is it like Terraria in space?
What's Terraria?
Terraria is like Minecraft, but side view.
Oh,
that's the one that Russell plays all the time. I guess he plays Minecraft all the time too.
Yeah.
But A Story in a Sandbox. We're Chucklefish, a studio working on our first project, an extraterrestrial sandbox adventure game called Starbound. In Starbound, you take on the role of a character who's just fled from their home planet, only to crash land on another. From there, you'll embark on a quest to survive, discover, explore, and fight your way across an infinite universe. You'll encounter procedurally generated creatures and weapons, discover populated villages and abandoned temples, explore planets dotted with dungeons, eyeball trees, and treasure. Make use of over 100 materials and over 1,000 in-game objects to build a sprawling modern metropolis or a sleepy, secluded cabin in the woods, and do all of it alone or with friends. Starbound lets you live out your own story of space exploration, discovery, and adventure, settle down and farm the land, hop from planet to planet, claim your resources, or make regular visits to populated settlements, taking on jobs and earning a living. NPCs are scattered around the world, offering quests and challenges for those looking for a little extra excitement in their lives. That's pretty cool sounding.
That sounds pretty cool, yeah.
It kind of makes me think of... Oh, okay, yeah. 2D space Minecraft, multiple races, ships, etc. Building. There are a few games that makes me think of. There's a game called Universim, which is in development now, and then I think it's No Man's Sky. I'm typing them, so you might see the words that I'm typing before I explain it. No Man's Sky is the other one. And those are both really cool games in development. I think Starbound, if that's actually playable now, that makes it more appealing of a game, because I like games that you can play.
Did you play Skybound? Or wait, what? So what are you saying?
No, Universum and No Man's Sky are
No
both
Man's
games
Sky.
like that. They're procedurally generated space adventure sort of things
Yeah.
where you can go around. And they're both different kind of how they go about it. But they're both still in development.
Okay.
And you can't play them yet.
Okay. I got confused and I thought you were saying that you'd played one and it was like so bad it was unplayable. But I misunderstood. That's not what happened.
But yeah, No Man's Sky looks so pretty.
Oh, yes. I remember this one. I remember showing that. You could, I don't know, should I link it to it or something? I don't know.
Yeah, Starbound's been released for a while. How do you?
I just put a link in the description after I'm done. If you've.
Oh no, I posted the names.
Okay, well, people can Google it then. I'm not gonna be that. I don't know. Maybe another time I'll be more responsible. Right now, I'm just gonna. Yeah, the lines are still. I haven't gotten the line thing down yet. They're still kind of whipping me out, but.
Why are there frequent?
What do you do? Oh no, we've fallen into silence. It's no good. But that's okay. We've only got 8 minutes until it's 9 o'clock. So I'll finish this leg and then my inking will be done, even though there's all these kind of like stupid things going on here that I'll take care of later. But we'll call it good. Finish this leg. And then I'll go fill in Crescent Island, make it a lush forest. Or Islanders, if you didn't hear that. I really like being Islanders. I was telling Taylor this last night that I feel like if I was on a giant continent, I would not be able to focus. I would just be running around being like, oh, what do? I don't know what to do. I'm lost. I've got too many options. That and I just like being, I mean, in real life, I just like being near the ocean anyway, so it's nice to also get to do that in my fake virtual life. Toes. Toes are the stupidest thing to draw, but sometimes I do it okay. Toes. Oh, what are you doing, little toe? Yep. Yeah, that toe's not big enough.
Toes are roses.
Yeah, we should watch that little music video for it again. The Dancy Ghost music video. Moses supposing his toes are roses. It's stuck in my head for forever now.
You're welcome.
Yep. All right. Toes. Good.
Are you missing a toe?
Oh, I am. Thank you for catching that. I cut one. Yeah. I was like, okay, I thought I had too many, and I was like, okay, yeah, I got the big toe, got the little toes, gotta save room for the thumb. Forgot that was the big toe. But anyway, there's enough room for all the little toes. Except I need to, I just gotta elongate that one. Perfectionist. That's, look at how dirty these dumb little pigs are. Stop laughing at me. Whatever. Okay, and ankle. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave those shitty lines looking shitty. And there we got it. We got Valerie on the couch. She's one step closer to being done. I'm gonna have to go fill in some of this line thickness later, but maybe I'll do it. No, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm just gonna do one thing. Because this is why we ended up playing Minecraft for 1,000,000 hours. We played for like 12 hours straight, is what we had said. It's because I keep finding one little thing that I want to do, and then I keep rambling on, and then it becomes 2 in the morning or 4 in the morning. Well, we weren't playing Minecraft the morning we stayed up till 4, but it's a bad thing. We need to go to bed early tonight, even though tomorrow is a holiday and I don't have school, but you've got work still, right? You got work still.
Yep. My boss's policy on that sort of thing is if you ask if you have President's Day off, you'd probably respond with,
"Are you a president?
Are you a president?" Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what tomorrow is? It's President's Day?
That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't follow those holidays anymore because they don't mean anything for me anymore. I don't get them off.
I guess. I think it's President's Day. I was looking at a calendar at work, and that's a holiday in February, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see what Wikipedia has to say. February 16th is the 47th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. There are 318 days remaining until the end of the year, 319 in leap years.
This year's not a leap year, it's right?
Nope.
Okay.
Holidays and observances. Christian feast day. Abda Videssa, Elias and companions, Juliana of Nicomedia, Onesimus, Charles Todd Quintard, the Episcopal Church, and February 16th. That's the most boring name for a feast day. It is Kim Jong-il's birthday, and it's the restoration of Lithuania's statehood day. Oh, if it was a President's Day, then it would be a Monday. Not specifically February 16th.
Oh. Jesus. Yeah, this transform is very odd. That looks like a better foot. Yeah, it's better. That's a better foot. Raise this little goober right here. I do really like that. Yeah. It's like I was saying about traditional versus digital. Digital is making my brain go crazy because I'll be drawing on the paper and I'll be like, oh, Control Z. That was bad. I'm like, no, that's Control Z is my eraser. Yeah. All right. So
Novus Syria offers what is it called when they there's a word. No, it's they're saying toes and feet are the bane of existence. When you sympathize with somebody, not sympathize.
Condolences? She offers condolences?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't think it's condolences because it's the sort of like I'm suffering here with you sort of thing.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if there's a word.
Hate not having words.
Anyway, okay, I'm gonna call it here. I just saved. Yep, double save. All right. Thank you for coming, everyone who came. We'll do this again sometime. Please come again. Yay! Have a nice evening and pleasant day tomorrow. Goodbye.